way of waste management practicing in Kerala. There are some specialities, yet we are yet to move further. We are trying for that. Some success models are there, especially participatory waste management, decentralized mode of waste management. Those are the significant achievement made in the state of Kerala in solid waste management. We all are aware that solid waste management is a key component of sanitation. Even though we have achieved a lot in ODF, the second stage of problem is the management of solid waste. Not only in urban area, in rural area are also facing the same problem. Some problem with the yes. Thanks. My presentation is having SWM challenges in Kerala, goals and objectives of SWM initiatives, approach and strategy adopted for reduction of waste, segregation and storage of waste at source, waste processing for treatment, final disposal through SLF. Kerala is a small state having 6 municipal corporations, 87 municipalities, 941 Gram Panchayat. Considering the geographical area, it is having only 1.18% of India, whereas the population is 2.76%. It indicates the high density of population. There start the problem of constraints of land. That is a major challenge facing in Kerala. Urban population is about 47.7%. Rural is about 52.3%. The state is becoming urban in a fast manner than in other part of our country. In solid waste management sector, we are facing several challenges like other places. Segregation at source, we are lacking that in a yeah. No problem. Okay. Yeah. You all are aware that segregation is the most important component for achieving the success in solid waste management. Even though we are having nearly 60 to 80% segregation at source, we are still to move further. Another major challenge is the O&M of the existing solid waste treatment or processing facilities. Lack of proper institutional framework for managing the waste at various tiers of governance. Capacity to process NBDW. That is the major problem creating in environment as well as finally entering into the sea, creating microplastic, etc. That component has to be addressed through MCF, MRF, etc. The capacity is not sufficient to manage full quantity. Then comprehensive monitoring and evaluation mechanism is not there. Infrastructure leading to illegal dumping. Finally, the door-to-door collection. That is the key component required to be implemented. Even though we are having 50 to 60% house doors collection in some urban local bodies, we are trying to achieve 100% door-to-door collection in the coming years. As part of the ongoing World Bank funded project, we are targeting 100% source segregation by the end of 2023, ensuring 100% door-to-door collection by 2024, adoption of modern technology, covering all components, right from the source, segregation, primary collection, transportation, treatment, disposal, all component has to be addressed in a holistic manner. Even though we are having some progress in those areas, not up to the desired level. Now we are in the process of preparing a management plan for the 93 urban local bodies. We are assessing the present status of management, solid waste management in each component, right from the source, segregation, storage, to the disposal, including the IEC component. We are identifying the gap. We are targeting for a plan period of 5 years initially. For a long period, 25 years, targeting for the infrastructure. As part of this project, the approach and strategy is to reduce the waste to the maximum extent that possible, adopting 5R strategy. Giving another one important aspect we followed, we are trying to implement fully in Kerala is to provide source level treatment to the extent possible, provide a decentralized mode of treatment to the extent possible. Then equal importance should be given for the centralized facility. Previously, prior to the year 2010, we were mainly focusing for the centralized facilities. There were some issues. Some plants were closed down due to public protest. Now we are adopting a strategy to give equal importance to source level treatment, decentralized mode of treatment, as well as the centralized mode of treatment. Public participation is another component required to be complied with. It required to be ensured. We are focusing on that aspects also, especially for treatment of BDW. The generator has to segregate the waste and provide source level treatment at source itself. That is the major focus. Then we can manage the waste in a decentralized manner, in an eco-friendly manner, in a sustainable manner. At the same time, the centralized facility can be released, the quantity can be reduced. Then filling the gap in each component of the solid waste management system. IEC capacity building, that has to be given more importance than enforcement. Some amendment to the existing laws were done. It is mandatory that the generator has to segregate and treat biodegradable waste at source. This conclave's main theme is to reduce the methane emission. If we are able to reduce the methane emission from the source itself, without taking the whole waste to the centralized facility, that is well and good. But we know that the whole quantity of waste cannot be treated in source or in decentralized manner. We need a centralized facility. We need a final disposal facility, sanitary landfill facility. But that quantity should be reduced. Biodegradable waste should not end up in the landfill facility. Our aim is to reduce, reuse, recover the resource from the waste from the source itself to the extent possible. Then for reduction, we have introduced green protocol in all areas, including functions of government. People, if we are gathering more than 100 people, they have to take permission from the local bodies, and they have to provide sufficient facility for segregated storage of waste generated in that function. Then the waste has to be managed as directed by the local bodies. Then promotion of source level segregation, source level storage, then promotion of source level treatment, primary collection or door-to-door collection of waste through Harita Karma Sena. That is another major initiative taken in Kerala. Women Self-Help Group, SKS, Harita Karma Sena was formed in all urban local bodies. For each ward, 2 Harita Karma volunteers are there. They are not employees, volunteers. They are supposed to collect user fee from the households and institutions. They are surveying with that user fee. They are supporting the local body for house-to-house collection, promoting or supporting the source level treatment at households and institutions, and collecting the NBDW, non-biodegradable, and transporting up to the resource recovery facility or material collection facility. Street sweeping, secondary waste collection and transport, transportation of waste in a proper manner, treatment and disposal. These are the major strategy adopted for waste reduction. Promotion of alternatives. As part of the GIZ project, government is giving more importance for promoting alternatives to plastics. Some packaging material, alternative packaging materials are promoting, some subsidies are giving, some facility for entrepreneurs to produce the product. Another initiative is to creation of awareness and IEC activity, enforcement activities. In general, in Kerala, a 4-pronged strategy is following. Promotion of management of all component, proper management of waste of SWM, all components of SWM, promotion through encouragement and subsidies. For the source level treatment, government is giving subsidies up to 90%. For some composting unit, 90% subsidy is being given. That's why there is a tendency to adopt source level treatment to the maximum extent. Thereby, the other component of the waste management system can be managed in a proper manner. IEC and capacity building, enforcement of law. Those are the 4 major 4-pronged strategy. So storage of waste. As specified in the rule, we are following the bins at various levels of source of generation for proper storage, door-to-door collection of NBW from all sources. HKS are collecting waste from all households based on a periodical calendar, monthly calendar. They are following a monthly calendar. For a particular day, they are collecting plastic. Another day, they are collecting glass, metal, etc. A published calendar is there. They are following that one, and proper collection is ensured through proper monitoring mechanism. From households, non-biodegradable waste is transported to MRF or MCF through their 3-wheelers. From institutions, non-biodegradable waste is collected through SKS and transported to transfer station and to the common processing facility for MCF or common MCF. We are trying to streamline these activities in a proper manner. There are some gaps. Even though SKs are there, they are not having proper vehicle for transportation. Vehicle gap is there. Then in some area, houses are located far away. We are trying to introduce two-wheeler for collection of waste. Women are willing to drive two-wheelers as well as three-wheelers for this task. We are trying to train them. We are trying to take driving license and to engage themselves for collection and transportation of waste up to material collection facility. From institutions, including government offices, hotel and restaurant, in some urban local body, they are collecting BDW also, biodegradable waste also. Non-biodegradable waste are collected from all sources. Biodegradable waste from core town area or core town or core city area. Properly managing the NBDW, that is the major success story from Kerala. We were able to introduce proper non-biodegradable waste management system. Even though we are not having cement plants, after bailing, that material is transported to nearby state for processing in cement plants, co-processing in cement plants. For source level treatment, we are having nearly 15-year experience in this area. We found that some of the treatment units are not sustainable, not suitable for Kerala condition. So we have shortlisted some viable models, sustainable models. A ring composting unit is one of them. You can see from here, this is the ring composting. 2 bins are there. After filling first one, it is keeping idle for 15 days, using the second one. After filling the second one, the waste accumulated in the first one can be removed for further maturation. Then biogas plant of various capacity, 0.5 m³ and 1 m³ are most feasible one. We are adopting that one. Then kitchen bin, a 3-pot system, having some perforated holes all around. That is also a feasible one. We are utilizing that one. The strategy adopted is to adopt the proven time-tested technologies for source level as well as the decentralized mode of treatment. Adoption of socio-economically viable technologies, adoption of environment-friendly technologies, promotion of resource conservation. Those are the major objective for our strategies adopted for processing biodegradable waste at source as well as at decentralized manner. These are some of the successful sustainable source level treatment facilities: biodigester pot, kitchen bin, ring composting, vermicomposting, then various type of biogas plant, fixed dome type, floating dome type, 0.5 m³ and 1 m³ are found to be most suitable one. For institutions, there are various type of workable models, sustainable models. Tumbur Muli aerobic compost unit is one type. Then biobin adopted by Kradai. There is one construction association, Kradai. They have promoted one aerobic compost unit known as biobin. There are two units are there. After filling one unit, the other one is using. After filling the second one, first one can be removed. It is getting aeration. There is no leachate, no odor problem. Normally, they are putting the treatment unit in the upstairs of flats. In all flats, they are compulsory to establish source level treatment. Biobin is the viable one. Then you all are aware that there is one organic waste converter system is there. Some 5-star hotel or high-end institutions are using this type of technology. It requires more capital cost and operating cost. That's why limited to high income institutions or higher income level institutions. Various type of biogas plants are established in hospitals, education institutions, etc. That is also a feasible one. At centralized level, even though we were adopted windrow composting, there were some issues. That is why we are trying to adopt, as part of this Kerala Solid Waste Management Project, we are trying to adopt bio CNG plants at various levels. We are trying to take a model from Goa that is found to be more viable to our environment condition, climatic condition. We are trying to adopt bio CNG plants of capacity 100 to 250 tons per day. We are in the process. In the management plan, we are providing that facility as the centralized facility. In other area, what are the successful, sustainable, and time-tested models or treatment methods? We are following that one. As a centralized facility, we are focusing on bio CNG. The advantage is that my friend, he will present the details of that technology. The advantage is that we are getting bio CNG as well as compost. Yes, 15% compost will be there. Then the water slurry from the biomethanation facility can be treated and it can be reused. That advantage is there. It is also working for the last 7 years. So we have emulated that model for our centralized facility. In the case of NBDW, we are having baling facility in the material collection facility. After baling, we are transferring the material to the nearby states of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka. At the same time, we are trying to utilize the shredded plastic for road tarring, burning in cement plant or co-incineration is promoted through the cement plants in other states. And now there is no sanitary landfill facility. That is a major gap in our waste management system. Now we are trying to establish regional sanitary landfill facilities at 3 places. One for the southern part, another for the mid part, and the other one for the northern part. Land acquisition activity is proceeding. After land acquisition, we need to conduct EIA study. After that, we are planning to provide a scientific proper sanitary landfill facility for the minimum quantity. We are estimating that nearly 5 to 10% has to be disposed in the sanitary landfill facility. Inert or reject need to be disposed in the sanitary landfill facility. In brief, we are trying to ensure recycle reuse to the extent possible, focusing giving equal importance for all components of solid waste management system, right from source storage to final disposal. We are finding out what are the gap in each sector. We are trying to fill up that gap. Considering the success model all over the country. Then reduction of greenhouse gases, resource conservation and eco-friendly solution, and to ensure sustainability. That is our main goal. The technology adopted in Kerala should be people-friendly. That is most important one. It should be eco-friendly as well as people-friendly. People are aware, literate people are there. That's why agitation is more compared to other states. That's why we are giving more importance for making the project people-friendly as well as eco-friendly. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for the very insightful presentation. Now, I would like to invite Shri Pradeep Khandelwal. Pradeep Khandelwal is having 40 years of professional experience. Recently retired as Chief Engineer from East Delhi Municipal Corporation, EDM, now MCD. He has been associated with organization for more than 35 years. He did his BTech in Civil Engineering from REC Kurukshetra in 1983 and post-graduation in the field of environmental engineering and science from IIT Delhi in the year 2003. He has worked in various fields like planning, monitoring, execution, and management of various projects in different sectors. He has been proactively involved in the projects associated with development and management of urban facilities, so including solid waste management at various capacities. He has actively participated in drainage, solid waste management, and C&D waste management in various seminars, workshops, nationally and internationally. Since the inception of Swachh Bharat mission, he was actively involved in promotion of segregation of waste, upgradation of public facilities, improvement in solid waste management, plastic waste management, and C&D waste management, and conducted various IC activities for the same. During his tenure in EDMC, he was able to get ODF++ certification, improve its ranking from 341 to 240 in the year 2019. Also, during his tenure in EDMC, he was able to establish and operate 1,000 TPD C&D waste processing facility and 5 TPD biomethanation plants, 1 TPD accelerated composting plants and compost pits at various locations were also established. Special efforts was made to for the collection of plastic waste, especially multi-layered plastics, which were used in waste to energy plant at Ghazipur. With this, I would like to invite you, sir, and please over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to all. So my presentation will be slightly non-technical because I'm a field engineer. So whatever I did, I will explain that. It's with drop down. Where is drop down? This one. Yeah, this one. So I will cover what is Delhi is doing because I'm from Delhi. And what is the impact of this? So for solid waste management, for organic part, segregation is must. If segregation is not done, we cannot treat the organic waste. Koi bhi kuch bhi keh le, it is not possible. And we did with mixed waste or organic waste treatment, and we failed. So Delhi, everybody knows around 2 crores is the population, 1,500 square meter of the area, 11,000 metric tons we generate on daily basis. And this is the scenario Mr. Dilip has also explained: collection, segregation, collection, transportation, and all those things. This is a basic solid waste management value chain. Now come to the main slide. The generation is around 1,000, per capita is around 0.5 kg per person. Out of which, what we estimated is biodegradable is 40%, and non-biodegradable is 60%. Domestic hazard and all those things. We have a processing capacity of 8,100, and at dump site we are dumping is around 3,000 per metric ton. There is still gap in the solid waste management. So come to the directly to the segregation. We are trying from 2004 onwards. We did so many workshops, so many awareness campaign, everything. And what else infrastructure is required to get the segregated waste, we have provided to the public, to the department, and all those things. Even then, the success is very poor. So like this, we are collecting the dry and wet waste from at least from 2016 onwards. We are continuously making efforts. I can say making efforts. This is a different vehicles for collection of dry and wet waste. Now, this is the processing scenario of Delhi. We have 4 waste to energy plant operating, 2 centralized compost plant. 1 is operating, 1 is not operating. We have decentralized facilities, 1 TPD composters, accelerated composters, and 5 TPD biogas plants, out of which most of them are not working. We have a decentralized compost pits also. I will show you the photos also. So, which are doing the decentralized composting. Other is not required because we are doing this thing. Now, this is the way we are doing decentralized composting. But I don't know why it is not sustainable. It works for 2 years, 3 years, and after that it is not working. These are the pit composting and other things at various places in Delhi. This is the drum composting. We put 20 plants and each plant cost me around 1 crore rupees. And that is not also working properly. The only reason is, and this type of 10 biogas plants we have put in different parts of Delhi to promote the decentralized facilities. All these plants work for 1 year, for 6 months, for 8 months, that's all. Now, these are the 4 waste to energy plants which cater most of the Delhi waste, more than 50% of the Delhi waste. And all the 4 are presently working since 2012. First plant we established in 2012 at Okhla, 2000 TPD capacity. It's still working. And overall, if we go plan all the 4 plants, more than 200 lakhs of metric ton waste we have already processed in all the 4 plants. And we have generated lot of green energy from these waste to energy plants. Why we doing these are successful and others not successful? The only reason is segregation. Because we are not able to achieve the source segregation. And in these plants, we are partly doing segregation, but we are incinerating the waste. And from that incineration, one can check live also ki which plant is transmitting how much energy at present. So there is no, somebody was telling they are not allowed to see or they are not this thing. It's not the reason why we are not allowing everybody to visit the plant. There are reasons. अभी मिस्टर अग्निहोत्री सर ने भी बताया कि लैंडफिल पे भी हम लोग नहीं अलाउ करते हैं कई बार. Landfill otherwise open है. But whatever we are doing, what efforts we are putting, nobody measure that. But what we are not doing or what we are doing mistakes, everybody reports that only. That is the reason we are not allowing everybody to go to the site. If you have a reason, you want to go for this purpose, we will certainly allow. And so many groups, so many politicians, so many people have already visited. If you come to the plant or to the landfill site, you will see the vegetables, what type of people have come. But the only issue which we faced is somebody has come to see the good work of MCD, but reported the bad things of MCD. This is the main reason now we are not allowing everybody to visit the plant. These are the 3 dump sites in Delhi. And this is the remediation work we have started from 2019. The story of remediation is when it was come in the rule, when there was nothing in the this thing, we first did a study to remediate the landfills in 2009 itself. Because of the internal problems, you can say, trifurcation of MCD, political intervention, all those things, we could not achieve that remediation at that time. Now, because of the court intervention, though we are having lot of problems in remediation. If you see the problems, very simple to say remediation can be done, but very difficult to execute the remediation. Delhi being totally developed, around 250 lakhs tons of this legacy waste. If we process, where do we dump that? There's no low-lying area available in Delhi now. Other states, because of the interstate problems, they are not allowing to take. And a very interesting story for remediation is MCD has signed an MOU with NHAI for construction of Meerut Expressway. Everything was completed, every process was completed. NHAI has floated the tender for utilization of the inert material of the legacy waste, but 28 they issued the what you call they have not finalized the tender yet. 28 times they have corrigendum, they have issued the corrigendums to extend the date, only because to save from the High Court, to save from the political, to save from the NGT. We are on working. We have issued the tender, and every time they are extending. 28 corrigendum were issued. Nobody can believe this thing, and that is the fact. So remediation is a good thing, is a need of the hour, but at the same time, we must have the solution of disposal. Cement industries are not taking that what we call RDF or combustible material coming out from this landfill. So we have both a 10 to 15% combustible we are getting, 70 to 80% inert type soil we are getting, but we are not able, we do not have, not only we, whosoever, the towns which have nearby villages and all those things, they might be having. Even if somebody says Indore is a very good model, they did only 13 lakhs of legacy waste processed. If anybody can prove where is that 13 lakh ton mass balance. Even if 10% of this is a combustible, where is that combustible gone? Nobody is having that data. And everybody is telling Delhi is not doing anything. Delhi is very poor. And the problem is Indore is doing very good. Anybody from here or any record can tell me that even taking only 10% combustible from this 13 lakh metric ton, 1,30,000 metric ton of combustible, where has it gone? Which plant has taken that combustible material? It is not allowed in local boilers because of the pollution norms. It has to go either to waste energy or to the cement plant. So either it has gone to the waste to energy or it has gone to the cement plant. So where is that data? There is no waste to energy plant in entire MP. Jabalpur was made, but is not functioning. So facts are very difficult to explain. Or one good news is when we started our 200 TPD compost plant in 2007, we earned carbon credit, crores of rupees for continuous 3 years. After that, carbon market gone down, so we have not earned that carbon credit. Otherwise, we get carbon credit from the compost plant also, and that was the first time in the world the carbon credit earned by compost plants. Ogla compost plant. MOU with them, us. Floated the tender. Floated the tender. Yeah. 28 times. In my last slide, you will get the CRRI has recommended that you use this in the CRRI, and they hired the CRRI to check my legacy waste. These reasons cannot be discussed in open market. After this, but I will finish my thing. The good work we did with the waste is waste to wonder parks in Delhi. 2 waste to wonder parks are there. Just to show this thing is not related to the subject today. So you can see in Delhi, these are the good work done from the waste. And still we are planning more. It's not G20, sir. It's well before G20. So issues everybody knows, need not to explain further. So come to the conversion of organic waste to the main issue is the segregation. If segregation we can do, then we can process the organic waste. And for this, Delhi has planned many things. The first compost plant, 2007, 200 TPD. Then 1200 TPD Narela plant. Then 20 TPD, 20 numbers, 20 TPD, 1 TPD plants. Decentralized composters. We have a compost pits also. If we take total capacity of these compost pits and all those things, around 500 tons. So Delhi is doing, but is not seen. Similarly, biomethanation plants. We have 10 biomethanation plants. I have shown the figure, though it is not working properly. My Terry friends are the third-party agency for that operation part, and we have already tendered and work has started for 900 TPD cow dung plants, biomethanation plant for cow dungs. But could not be finalized. It's under construction. Though it was awarded in 2018, it's still not. So reasons are many. Now, this is my last slide. When solid waste rule has not come, nobody was aware of solid waste management. Delhi has taken up the lead to hire the NEERI for preparation of a solid waste management plan of Delhi. That was in 1996. First rule has come in 2000. So nobody knows this, what Delhi has done it. So 1995, government introduced the waste management policy, budget notification, 95. So that report I have only in the hard form. Otherwise, all other reports which I will explain have in the soft form. Whosoever want to study anything, want to make research on any subject, can have these reports from me. In 2004, we did master plan for collection, transportation, and processing with the World Bank aided project, World Bank aid, and the consultant was from Denmark, COVI. We did feasibility study for gas recovery from the existing landfill. This is the main topic for today. I have shared this report to Richa, and from this study, it was suggested there is enough methane which can be extracted and put to energy, and by getting that money, we can cap that landfill. As the only win-win situation was there. But because we were not having the land for dumping the fresh waste or processing the fresh waste, we have not implemented this project. On the basis of this report, we did one pilot project at Ghazipur. We kept part landfill from 70 acres, out of 70 acres, 10 acres of landfill we kept. We extracted the gas And the total estimated gas जो expect की गई more than 31 lakh cubic meter LFG, out of which 6 lakh 35,000 was the methane. The flow rate started from 200, goes up to 80 meter cube per hour. It's not failed project. Somebody says Gale project has failed. It's not failed. It's not economically viable, not technically viable, not economically, I can say technically viable. What is the difference between technical failure and the not failure? I am coming to that. I am coming to that also. So our estimation, say, let us assume from that feasibility 2008 study was, say, we will get 200 kg meter cube gas per LFG per hour, out of which 55% will be the methane. Was it EPA report? Is a World Bank EPA nahi. It was a Canadian consultant who did a study in my landfills. So we were estimating that we will get 55% methane out of this LFG. What we have started getting is 40% to 22%. So because of this technical reason, it's not feasible. And the waste, my waste was getting older and older and older. So because first landfill I started in 1984, if we go up to the deep, then for first 30 meters, we will not get any gas. Above 30 meters only we will get the gas. So we made bores only up to 30 meters. Because I have only 15 minutes, so I'm not explaining. I have everything where we did bore, where we did this thing, separate presentation on Gale, separate presentation on feasibility. We will have all those things. Now, in Supreme Court, when asked why these mountains are in Delhi, so there was no estimation of waste available on these landfills. So I dug out all the records and all those things. I filed an affidavit that at 2020, because 2005 onwards we have a computerized record. From there onwards, you will get all the records from all the landfills. But before 2005, we were not having any record. So I dug out all that records, all those things, and I made an estimation of the waste and submitted to the Supreme Court with an affidavit. So that is there. Now, when we were discussing the legacy waste, so we went to the NHAI that you are coming up with Meerut Expressway. And this, because in 2009 we did that study, is good for embankment filling. So you please check. So they asked us that let me check. They hired CRRI. They got all the material tested. So in CRRI is recommended that it can be used because there was 5 to 6 meter filling in various stretches of Meerut Expressway. So for 1 and 2 meter filling, this entire waste can be utilized. When we did the presentation and all those things, they agreed. CRRI agreed. And we pursued with regular conversation with NHAI. NHAI agreed to float the tender. They have floated the tender. They have issued 28 corrigendums, but they have not finalized the tender. So this was the story of utilization of inert and all those things. Even that plastic, they were telling in the report, it can be cleaned, shredded, and used for bituminous purpose. So 90% of my legacy waste can be used if that has been happened. And after that, 2016, we signed an MOU and NHAI floated in 2017, an accident took place. Slope failure. Because of the rains, shear stress of the waste has reduced and it got slope failure. And that is a very big story. If I will explain that, it will take long time. Now, landfill rehabilitation report, we have this thing. Then LFG recovery, जो 31 lakhs of cubic meter हमने करा उसका मेरे पास month wise data है. If anybody need for any research purposes, you can take it from me. Month-wise data I have. Gas recovery. Yeah. And out of methane, because we have put a PLC system. So we were knowing instantly how much methane, how much nitrogen, how much carbon dioxide is we are getting it. So all these figures are from that only. And from short-lived carbon pollutant, with the help of CCAC and TERI, we did a study that how can we reduce the carbon pollutants from the solid waste management activities. That report is also available. Yesterday, somebody was talking to this ash and all those things from the waste to energy plants, fly ash and bottom ash. So for that also we thought of, we hired CVRI Roorkee to study my fly ash and bottom ash and suggest the solution. So those who were of the opinion that the waste has having a hazardous material, waste are having all those things. So because the CRRI report, we says there's no hazardous material. Whatever is hazardous there, that is within the limit. I cannot say it is zero, but it is within the limit. CBRI has did studies, all tests, and recommended building materials from this bottom ash and fly ash. So that report is also I am having. I can share with you. So these are the different reports. And जो SLPC, जो SC मतलब short-lived carbon SLCP मैंने किया था, तो उसमें 3-4 सिनारियो जनरेट किए थे कि हम कितना बेसलाइन स्टेटस मेरा क्या है और किस किस प्लांट को हम कैसे चेंज करें, अपनी स्ट्रेटजी कैसे चेंज करें कि हम उसको और कैसे रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं. So that also available. This is the chart in the chart form. Thank you. So any topic, any subject on solid waste management, and I can proudly say Delhi is pioneer in solid waste management. Though we are not getting good rank in Swachh Bharat Mission, though we are not appreciated anywhere, we are demoralized everywhere. But I can say the efforts which Delhi has put is commendable and is available on record. Nothing is hide. So whosoever says Delhi is hiding anything, Delhi is not hiding anything. So Delhi is not hiding anything. Many students did PhD or MTech thesis with me. They went with me to the plants and have shown them all those things. So many things has been done in Delhi.
Let me be very honest about it.
If you go to them, they will not help you. He's a person to person.
I think 40 minutes, but I'm doing one study on the quality assessment of segregated combustible fraction, because I understand this is a big problem for almost all the cities. And I think our team believe in solving problems. Of course, you have to find a problem and then, provide strategies. How do we deal with that? And through our research on legacy waste management and dump site remediation, and we have been training a lot of officials coming from different cities every month. And what we have seen is this is a big challenge, what you were mentioning about. And, we have only 54 cement co-processing plants in India, and we have to deal with so much of segregated combustible fraction. Now, quality is something which matters, 5 parameters are extremely important, including moisture content, your ash content, and the contamination of inerts. So I am trying hard. What I did is I found out 10 biggest dump sites in the country. And what I'm trying to do is trying to sample some segregated combustible fraction from all of these. I could get it from Gurugram, since we have a MOU with Gurugram. I could get it from Okla because I think Okla is considerably doing better in comparison to Gazipur and Bhal. So I might be wrong. Why I'm saying so because I'm not getting, it's really tough for us to get samples, go access these plants and see how they are doing remediation. Earlier they used to allow, but now something has happened, and unfortunately, in our trainings also, in seminars also, it's really tough to get officials from MCD. I'm really glad that we found you now. So yeah. Yeah, and same holds true for our waste to energy plant also. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And I think we are going to have a lot of questions regarding all the presentations. We are due with, I think, 3 more presentations. But before that, we can break for tea now, and we will meet at 11:45. Yeah. Okay.